We're gonna have to listen to Mike Huckabee going a little tirade. Warning, it's kind of stupid.
We wonder, with some sense of bewilderment, how is it possible that since 1973 alone, over 55 million unborn children have died in what should have been the safest place that that baby ever experienced, the womb of its mother?
Secure place for a baby is its mother's womb. Well, it's supposed to be, but what if the mother can't have it? What if it will kill her to have the baby? Is that in your argument? No. You're like, ban all abortions no matter what, even if it results in the death of them. Yeah, kind of blind faith right there. It's completely irrational.
How did that happen? Because our pulpits were silent and forgot and failed to teach that every human life has value and worth, and there's no such thing as a disposable, expendable human being.
You're right. There is no such thing as a disposable human being. But that's not the point. You missed the point completely. Abortion is basically a woman getting rid of a pile of goo that's in her body. That's not her DNA. So, well, it is, but it's only got half of her DNA in it. So, point being, it's a foreign entity according to her immune system. So, technically, it is a parasitic pile of goo. By the time most abortions take place, it's not an actual human being. Now, when the nervous system develops and it's viable, that's a different story. Then it's a human being. But if you're talking about pre-nervous system and pre-brain development, it's not a human being quite yet. It's still a pile of goo.
That all of us are created equal. Even our Constitution, our founders acknowledge that, and our Bible affirms it.
I'm sorry, man. Your Bible hasn't been proven true. It just hasn't. And the Constitution does not acknowledge that, what you said it does. That would be the Declaration of Independence, which acknowledges a creator, nothing more. That's about the extent of it.
And our failure to speak it because it was a political issue will cause us one day to stand before a holy God with blood on our hands and explain why we did not cry out against that slaughter of 55 million.
And prove the fucker exists. If I can detect him in some way with an instrument, then yeah, I'll believe in him. Until then, you're pulling stuff out your ass, man. That's all there is to it. Just pulling stuff out your ass.
You felt something incredibly powerful at Auschwitz and Birkenau over the 11 million killed worldwide and the 1.5 million killed on those grounds. Cannot we feel something extraordinary about 55 million murdered in our own country in the wombs of their mothers? Does that not speak to us? And the foundation of our society and culture, marriage, not only by which we produce the next generation, but it is the entity through which God has chosen for us to create the next generation and train them to be our replacements.
Marriage existed way before the Bible, way before any book of the Bible was written. It's not a Christian thing. It's not given by God. Marriage is how we define it. That's all there is to it. Just because you don't like gays getting married doesn't mean you have to force it on them through legislation. That's technically unconstitutional, as declared by the Supreme Court. And what will happen is you'll be viewed on the wrong side of history. So, by the way, biblical marriage is polygamy. Read the fucking book.
And when we tinker with its definition, and we decide that it can mean anything we wish for it to mean, and that rather than to take a biblical perspective, we will take a very human one, and we will base marriage on human experience and desire as opposed to biblical standard, then I fear that we will pay the consequences for having upended the very foundation, which is the essence of how a civilization survives.
Marriage is not how a civilization survives. You know how a civilization survives? It functions. That's how it survives, you fucking retard. The stupidity on this guy. Anyway, I got this video off Right Wing Watch, which is a liberal group. So if you want to check out their videos, feel free. Um, I'm tuning out, so have a good day.